SHMACKEMAGOB, everybody. Hey, I just got back from Deep Purple and Öyster Cult at the Hollywood Hardrock, and I gotta tell you, it was a fun night out, I gotta say. I wasn't gonna go, to tell you the truth. Let me show you this. I am a huge, humongous fan of the last Öyster Cult album, Symbol Remains. I still play this like crazy. I just love the hell out of this album. And I know it's not a popular opinion, but I think it's the best thing they've done since Fire of Unknown Origins. And I love Heaven Forbid. And but I gotta say, man, this album rules. And the reason I wasn't gonna go is because Öyster Cult was opening. So I was like, you know, I'd be lucky if they played one song from this. But they played 4 songs from this album. I mean, I think this album, on the set list that they did tonight, this is the album that they played the most out of. But before I go into that, you know, I said, I don't want to go because Öyster Cult's not going to play nothing from the new album. And I've seen Deep Purple. I saw them like a couple years ago with Judas Priest. And I gotta say, Ian Pace is still a monster on the drums. But Ian Gillan, you know, doesn't have that killer voice that he used to have. And I've seen him many times. I've seen Deep Purple like maybe 4 or 5 times with Steve Morris. I only seen him once with Blackmore on the Perfect Strangers tour. So I was gonna skip the show. But this past Wednesday was my birthday, and my great friend, David Lovett, here he is with a picture with me tonight, had an extra ticket, and he got me it for my birthday. And when I got there, I ran into a friend of mine called Danny Capote. Awesome dude. And he, let me show you, he bought me this right here. Symbol Remains t-shirt, and he bought me this Deep Purple keychain and these buttons from Deep Purple. And, you know, I said this before and I'll say it again. People that say people suck, they don't know the people I know. So thank you so much, Danny. You rule, brother, for doing that. And David for getting me a ticket to Deep Purple and Öyster Cult tonight, because believe me, when he said he had a I was like, all right, I'll go. So, let me start with I'll be honest, it was a pedestrian set from both of them. There wasn't really a lot of rare stuff, but I got home now and I went on fn.com, and yes, the set list is already up. So I don't want to like miss any songs, because, you know, I'm old. But Öyster Cult, they open with Dr. Music. That's a song that's kind of split between fans. Some people hate it, some people love it. I'm on the love it side, you know? I'm like, yes, Dr. Music rules. I love it, man. And from there they go into the golden age of leather, which, you know, I've seen them play that before. And it's a cool song, you know, raise your beer, and you know, it's a classic from Spectre. And then they went into That Was Me off the Symbol Remains. And I'm thinking, all right, cool, I'm gonna get a song. Because I was even saying, man, are they even gonna play one song from the new album? But they did. And from that, they went into Burning For You, right? Yeah, they went into Burning For You, you know, one of their popular songs. And it was great. And then, after Burn For You, they went into another new song off the album, Box In My Head. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. I love that song. That's another song that's kind of split with people. People are like, yeah, and then people love it. I love it, but I gotta say, it's a grower, because it was the second video they released from the album, and I was like, eh, you know, but now I love it. I love every song off this album. And from there, they went into yet another song off Symbol Remains, which is Train True. Is it Lenny's song, I think, in parentheses? Yeah, Lenny's song. Train True, Buck Dharma, kicking ass. It's kind of a, I don't know, It's just an old style rock and roll song, and I love it. And from that they went into the classic ETI from Agents of Fortune. Always welcome that song. I've seen them play that song a million times. I don't think I've ever seen Öyster Cult never play that song, you know, but it's awesome. And then they went into yet another song off this album, and it's probably my second favorite, because they did not play my favorite, which is The Alchemist, which they have played live, but they don't play it live much. But they played Tainted Blood. Now, Richie Castellano, that's, you know, he's been in the band for a while, but this is the first album he's on, and he sings this song, and what an amazing voice that man has. And that song is just, damn, I love that song. It's got such emotion, such killer music with that killer vocal, and got to see that live, and to me that was the highlight of the set list. Alright, and then they ended the show with the two hits, Godzilla and Don't Fear the Reaper. And of course, you know, everybody went crazy for that. Oh, and also another thing, through the whole set there was a guy behind me going, Godzilla, play Godzilla. Those are most people that go to shows are like that, dude. You know? I'm like, shit. You know, if you want to talk about classics, play like Tenderloin. Play Last Days of May. You know, play some of that. So, oh, Black Blade. See, here's the thing. They didn't play nothing off Cultosaurus Erectus, which is my favorite Öyster Cult album. But I gotta tell you, man, you know, I just was not disappointed, because they kicked ass. Even though they didn't play like deep tracks, really, they didn't. Let's see. No, Golden Age of Leather is as deep as they got, really. And that's kind of like, if you're a Öyster Cult fan, if you're not like the dude behind me going, Godzilla, you know Golden Age of Leather. Anyway, so, great set. They played for about an hour, and no encores or nothing, but hey, it was awesome to see it. And hey, if it's for free, it's for me. But that's not really, you know, I would have been pissed if I would have seen the set list and not gone. And say, shit, man, they did 4 songs off the album. Tainted Blood, I'd love to see Richie sing that, and I got to. All right, that was over. Then we go to Deep Purple. Now, as I said, you know, Deep Purple, Ian's not like he used to be, but you know, you really think about it. You listen to Child in Time, listen to all that stuff, Disturbing the Priest off of Born Again. How are you gonna keep a voice like that at that age, right? So tonight, I gotta say, man, it is the best time I've seen Ian Gillan sing since Perfect Strangers tour. He hit some highs. I mean, it wasn't classic, you know, it wasn't like, you know, the supernatural Ian Gillan, but he was in fine form. Now, maybe this has to do with the first show of the tour, because this was the first show of the tour, and I think, I could be wrong, but I think it may be their first show since the pandemic, you know, so they haven't played in a while, and I think Ian's kind of like worked on his voice, you know, I mean, but then again, you know, every show I've seen before, it wasn't like an opening night, so maybe it was because it was the opening show, but he was in fine form. The band is amazing. Don Airey, man, holy crap, man. He did some keyboard solo, he was just phenomenal. And you know, John Lord is my favorite, you know, keyboard player. The guy was the greatest. But this guy did a great job, and I've seen him already fill in for, you know, and I can't even tell you, you know, how he was on those other shows. It was kind of like non-existent to me. Tonight, he was kind of like, in a way, a VIP. You know, he did a lot of little solo, but then again, you have Steve Morse there. What a guitar player. And Roger Glover did like a bass solo with Ian on drums, you know, Ian plays godly still. But they were all fucking tight. They were all great. They opened with Highway Star, and then they went into Pictures of Home, which is very welcome. You know, I love Pictures of Home. And Pictures of Home bled right into Strange Kind of Woman, another awesome one, off Fireball. I love Strange Kind of Woman. Well, some copies had Strange Kind of Woman, some had Demon's Eye. Last time I saw Deep Purple, they played Demon's Eye, and that was kind of like a highlight for me. They went into, after that, they went into something off their last studio album, Whoosh, their studio album with, you know, original material. And it was Nothing at All, which is the first time they ever played it. And it was great. I love that album, Whoosh. I love the last couple albums. I wish they would have played Vincent Price. They didn't do that from Now What. But that's cool. Then they did, from Now What, after that they did Uncommon Man, which is a great song. I love that song. It was cool to see them play that. And then they went into Lazy, you know, I mean, that groove. And that song kind of like highlighted every member jamming, and it was the shit, man. And then Don Airey went into this crazy solo, man. It was really, really cool what he was doing. And I was very surprised by Don Airey tonight. He was the most surprising part of the Deep Purple. Even though everybody is so top-notch in that band, you know. And what did they go in? Then they went into Perfect Strangers, which was awesome. That song, I love that song. It's their version of Kashmir. Space Truckin' was next. And again, Ian was hitting those highs, man. I mean, now it didn't sound like the Machine had Ian, but he was still, you know, doing those, yeah. I mean, the guy was awesome tonight, man. I can't express how much I was shocked, because I was expecting a train wreck. I was like, here we go, you know, Ian, poor guy, but, you know, age, you know, it's age. And no, he performed very well tonight. He hit some highs when it was necessary. He was great. He was awesome. From that, they went right into Smoke on the Water, where everybody stood up, which is, you know, it's just so lame. You know, I love Smoke on the Water, but, you know, oh, I know this one. But it was cool. And then after that, they went, that was the end of the set. They did an encore, where they did something off their last album, which is a covers album. And they did a medley. It was called Caught in the Act, and in that medley has Going Down, Green Onions, Hotlanta, Dazed and Confused, Give Me Some Lovin'. And it was a great jam, you know. It was, Ian didn't really do any vocals on that one. It was just a band doing this killer melody, which is on the album, the actual melody. Medley, I'm sorry. But it was awesome. And then they ended the set with Hush. So there you go. I mean, again, Öyster Cult didn't play nothing off my favorite Öyster Cult album, Cultosaurus Erectus. Deep Purple didn't play nothing off my favorite Deep Purple album, In Rock. But I don't care. It was still a great night out. I got to hang out with my friends, who I love dearly. We had a great time, man, and just enjoyed the greatness. I mean, how many more times are we going to see Deep Purple or Öyster Cult? I mean, these are, you know, legacy, but, you know, they all go back 70s, Öyster Cult. I mean, really, if you want to get technical with, God damn it, Belly Under, what is it, Yellow? Oh, I forgot. I know the belly something. Soft Belly Under, Soft Belly. Look, I said it here, so you don't have to leave it in the comments. And Deep Purple goes all the way back to the 60s. So it was just awesome. And plus, the Hardrock, which I've been there many times to see shows, they have a new venue now, which is better, because the last one held about 5,000. This one holds about 7,000, but there's not a seat in that place that's not a great view. And the acoustics, I haven't heard acoustics that good since the Sunrise Musical Theater, which was knocked down, I think, in the 90s, in the mid-90s. So it's a great venue, and plus, it's the Hard Rock Hotel with that awesome guitar outside. You You know, I love going to that place, man. I've seen many shows there. I see Judas Priest recorded the British Steel anniversary show, which is on the CD, what is it, the 30th anniversary of British Steel, was filmed that night, and I was there. And I've seen a lot of shows there. Just none come to mind now except Priest and this one tonight, but I've seen millions of shows there. But anyway, that's my review. And again, I want to thank my friend David Lovett for getting me the ticket, and Danny Capote for getting me the shirt and the keychain and buttons. And I got the best of friends, man. They all rule. Love them all. And I hung out a little bit with Dave Spitz tonight, who was in Black Sabbath during 7 Star. You know, me and him are buddy-buddy, but we only see each other at shows, even though I have his number, but I don't call him, I don't disturb him. What a monster bass player he is. He's godly. Anyway, that's it. That's my review. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not. So, stay frosty. Listen up, Simple Remains from Öyster Cult and Black Sabbath, Black and Blue. SHMACKEMAGOB!